Hey, DragonCon, Crispy here. Let me take this off so I can talk to y'all a little bit, since I'm here alone at my home, here in the halls of Nerd Holla. Hey, DragonCon, long time no see. I know that we got to hang out a little bit briefly last week and just kind of hung out with Caitlin, who did a great job with our moderation of the town hall 2 weeks ago. So we've got a lot to really go over. Don't forget, there's another town hall after this one for our health and safety. So stay tuned for that. So big thing that happened today that I didn't even know was going to happen until it happened. The app launched today. Huge stuff in the app. It was nuts. As appropriate. I hope for the drink emoji spot on. If you've already downloaded the 2019 app, don't forget to come back out and then within the app itself, hit the gear, go down to sign out of convention. There's the 2021 DragonCon is in that list. You'll be able to find it. Now, it is just a test for today. But tomorrow, it's actually going to be legit tomorrow. There's going to be a massive, massive update tonight. So you're going to really see the app really pop tomorrow. And don't forget that it is a living document. As always, the card is subject to change. And we will be constantly updating as we progress before the show and sometimes during the show. So keep your eye on the app. I want to take a moment just to kind of pause from the app. And I want to highlight this amazing person here on screen with me. This is Teddy. Teddy gets to talk about himself in the best way possible. Big hand and big love for Teddy, our just fantastic ASL interpreter. Thank you so much for stepping up and helping out our community. And Teddy, hope you're comfortable. We got a good show ahead of you tonight. And speaking of tonight, so we've got 3 guests for you tonight. We have 3 guests. And we're just going to kind of give you a little sneak peek of who they all are. And we're going to talk with Phil Collins, the director of board games. We got Phil here. We're going to talk to Clyde Gilbert, director of Concourse Stages, and Mansa Holland, the director of special events. These fantastic people are going to be hanging out with us for a little one-on-one time, and then we'll see if they hang out for the Q&A time at the end of the show. So we will see all of you all real soon. Thank you all so much. We'll be in a chat. So don't forget, those of you for the Q&As, we're going to be involved on Discord, on Facebook, on YouTube. And feel free to submit your questions to those spaces, and then we'll have the questions collected, and then we'll be going over those at the Q&A at the end of the show. And there'll be some excitement as we go. We might have some special guests. We'll see some little bonus here. Either way, you know how we do these shows. There's always surprises. You never know what's going to happen. So everyone's comfortable, right? We're cozy. Let's do this. DragonCon, we are proud to announce also for DragonConTV, has a brand new package. So let's look at a little video of that, and we're going to talk about it real quick. That's right. DragonConTV is presenting a streaming version of the convention as well to kind of supplement a lot of our content. So whether you're at home or in your hotel room, wherever you might be, you'll be able to watch what we broadcast through DCTV. Now, to sign up, it's only $10. And so be sure you go check out the address listed below. It's also connected to our main DragonCon website as well. We will make it very, very easy for you to get there and watch our show wherever you might be, because accessibility and your comfort, very important to us, as well as your just enjoyment of the joy that is DragonCon. So we also want to talk about Eventney a little bit, because also the vendors, the art show, comics, they're all selling for Eventney, speaking of, for our home shoppers and volunteers that cannot just make it to our show. And we'll be extending the Eventney hours. These will be extended sales through Friday, September 10th. That's right. So there's a 4 whole days after the show. So Labor Day, up to that Friday, y'all, you've got 4 more days to sit there and do a little extra shopping online through the Eventney website. Now, however, keep in mind that the DragonCon branded merchandise can only be gotten on site and in person until the DragonCon online store reopens this fall. So DragonCon, our store, we're going to reopen this fall, but the Eventney merchants, comics, vendors, you name it, they're going to be there through Friday for you, September 10th. That's really exciting. So make sure you go check out the virtual marketplace and just have a good time shopping. Give our vendors some love. So speaking of sharing some love, I think it's time that we bring on our first guest, obviously someone who runs a department that's near and dear to my heart. Can I get Phil Collins to join me? Phil, you are director of board games. Is that right? Welcome and hang out with me, friend. How are you doing? I know nothing about board games, so feel free to tell me everything you know.
Well, I'm also here. While I am the director of board games, I'm going to be speaking tonight on behalf of all of the gaming departments.
Yes.
Which we have a ton of, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody this year because DragonCon Goes Virtual was amazing last year. We had a great time doing it, but we really miss our fans.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to doing that this year. So we're going to be over in the America's Mart and the Westin. And of course, the best source of all information, of course, is going to be in the app. If you keep up with the app, the gaming guide will be updated up to the show start. So that's very important for you to make sure you keep a hold of that app. Make sure you look through that for anything you want to do in gaming.
Yeah.
First thing I want to do over in gaming, the first thing I'm going to do I'm going to hype my area, which is board games. For $10 all weekend, you get to hang out and play games from the DragonCon board game library.
Nice.
All weekend long, we have almost 400 games in the library. $10 will get you unlimited play there. It'll let you to check a game out and hold it in the board gaming area. There's some changes for that as well. I'll get to that in a minute. It also lets you have unlimited play with Are You a Werewolf, which is something we've been doing for the last couple of years over in both the Westin and on America's Mart. So those are two big things that I'm excited to see this year. We also are going to have our campaign and non-campaign role playing, which is going to be in the Westin and America's Mart. We're going to have LARPs. We're going to have some live LARPs going on there, as well as some LARP demos.
Nice.
We're going to have for our electronic gamers, we're going to have both our LAN gaming, our video gaming, which is consoles, and of course our video game programming, which is also going to be over in the Westin. And the other track programming that we host, the tabletop panels are going to be there as well, over in the Westin. Make sure I didn't forget anybody. Oh yeah, we also have collectible card gaming, which is going to be back in America's Mart, and we're also going to have our miniatures area over in America's Mart, including several paint and takes, which is something that's gotten really popular over the years.
Tell me about the paint and takes. That's a new one for me. Let's kind of dish about that a little bit.
Paint and take is where we provide you a miniature, we provide you space, and some expert instruction on how to bring that figure to life. So you can paint the figure while you're there at the show with our paints, and when you get through, you have a nice little toy to take home with you.
That's really rad. A little keepsake that you also kind of crafted yourself. I'm not the best with miniature painting. Like, obviously, I'm a big tabletop gamer. Miniatures were something I've always been awful on because I've never really had the patience and the direction to sit there and craft my own. So the fact that not only are you helping people, not necessarily miniatures, but like you're teaching and guiding people to paint and then taking that memento home is huge.
Yeah, the miniatures team has a couple of people who will be given some expert instruction at the show. They'll be doing a lot of painting themselves, and they'll be offering some expert instructions because a lot of times, miniature painting is kind of a solitary hobby, and you'll sit there with your little paints, your little figurines, and you'll be painting them, and a lot of people really don't know what they're doing. But these guys, I mean,
they're doing well though.
But really, the whole fun of it is doing the painting.
Right.
But these guys will be there, and they'll be able to give you some tips, and some instruction on how to get it done.
That's awesome. I want to ask also as well. You mentioned just this plethora. You ran the gambit of all kinds of tabletop and electronic stuff. Are there going to be tournament games between your tabletop or even the electric side? Like, are you doing any tournaments this year?
Because the show scaled back just a little bit. there are still going to be some tournament gaming. Of course, again, all that's going to be in the app, the specific tournaments. There are
Right.
going to be tournaments in LAN gaming, WAN gaming. I'm sorry, LAN WAN gaming and console gaming,
Okay.
um, as well as tournaments. We're going to run a couple of tournaments over in board games. I think we're scaling back a lot this year
Hmm.
because we'd rather have the tables for the fans to sit there and play rather than take places for their tournaments. But we
Right.
will be having a Catan tournament each day
Put me back in.
during the show. Again, check the app. There's a small cost for that, but we give prizes out. We give the prizes out in the form of DragonCon dealer dollars.
Mhm.
Each DragonCon dealer dollar is a small disc. You can either keep it as a collectible, or they're good for $5 over in the dealer's room or exhibition
Oh,
hall
nice.
or any place else that takes DragonCon
The Dragon
currency.
Buck. Yeah, nice. Awesome. One last question for you as we kind of wrap up this amazing, like I tabletop scene, obviously the passion of mine where I got my start at doing Dragon Con 20 years ago. I wasn't volunteering. I just wandered down, oh, Catan, checked it out and things like that, and brought me back into the love. So if anyone's thinking about tabletops, I can highly recommend it. But if you're going to go and check out tabletopping, Phil, I want to kind of ask, obviously important conversation. How are we doing our safety protocols? Like what's our specific any guidance for that space to kind of help add some comfort and help and care to our fans?
Well, first thing, as you know, tabletop gaming in whatever shape, form, or fashion is a very up close and personal thing.
Naturally.
So one of the things we did was we spaced out the tables a little bit more. So that means there are going to be fewer tables for people to be used in the area.
Okay.
Hopefully, it won't be too obvious what we've done to space it out some, but we spaced it out. Rather than going full 24 hours like we've done for the last 10 years or so,
Yeah.
we're going to go from I believe 9 o'clock in the morning till 2 a.m. No, I'm sorry, make that 8 o'clock in the morning to 2 a.m. And we're going to shut down America's Mart, which is typically the open gaming, board gaming area overnight. So the
Mm-hmm.
entirety of America's Mart will be closed starting at 2 a.m.
Oh.
Uh, and we're going to shift the open gaming over to the 10th floor of the Westin to give people someplace to be able to take our games. And we're taking a chance this year. We're going to let people take games overnight if necessary,
Mm-hmm.
and be able to play them over in that open gaming area. Our fans are great, and they've done a great job of keeping up with the games that we do have. And we're just going to let them take them over there because we trust
Okay.
our fans, and we want to make sure everybody's safe.
Makes
And
sense.
America's Mart is going to be doing a full sanitization of the America's Mart floor, both the role playing area, the open gaming area, and the LAN and video gaming area.
Nice. Sounds like you're doing a lot to take care of our fans, and I appreciate the work that you guys are specifically doing with them. So you got one more thing. Go for it. Go.
I forgot one thing. Joystick Game Bar. They're going to be having they're bringing their games again. They're going to be at the 161 Peachtree location, which is just outside of the Westin Peachtree Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be open daily from, I believe it's 10 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Okay.
So, we're still going to have that. So
nice.
Did not want to forget them. Yep.
Nice, awesome. I appreciate that plug. Well,
Yep.
Phil, I'm gonna ask you to hang out for the Q&A here in a little bit.
Yep.
If you're cool with that, so hang out backstage, and we'll talk to you in a minute. And in the meantime, can I get Clyde to come hang out with me as well? And Clyde, of course, is the director of Concourse Stages here. Clyde, hey, good to see your face. Also, board game in the background. I'm sensitive theme here. A little clue, a little block is there. Clyde, you do Concourse Stages as you talked about.
I do.
And so our questions are for you. Let's go and just kind of maintain the obviously the important safety conversation here. It's a good kind of bookend. What are your social distancing requirements for the Concourse Stages this year?
Our social distancing requirements this year are we're asking for the audience to maintain a distance between the stage and the actual audience area to protect our volunteers and to protect our performers. We're probably have some stanchions around the stages in both locations. We will also be, the performers will still have merchandise for sale. They'll have a merchandise table there at each stage where they'll be able to sell t-shirts and any of their marked merchandise for about a half hour after the show and during the show as well. That's in addition to their regular merchandise tables that are in the Marriott.
Oh, that's a good opportunity. I love that.
So, but as far as our safety precautions, we're going to ask for social distancing. We're going to have more room actually in the Hyatt Regency because fan tables are going to be removed from that area this year in order to keep the bottlenecking and where people tend to clump up around the tables, because the fan tables are so amazing and I love having them down there. But the decision was made this year to remove those. So we're going to be asking folks to move along through the entire area. We'll actually have more space for more people to come down. We will be clearing the area between shows. We're going to be staggering shows between the Westin and the Hyatt. The reason for that is we will be breaking down that area. We'll be cleaning all of the equipment. We'll be sanitizing the equipment, the microphones. Singing is a spitty sort of a
expressive. Yeah.
So, but we'll have, we're encouraging folks to use hand sanitizer. Of course, masking will be the thing at all times there. I'm hoping that we'll have a bar down there. We usually do. So, you're going to have to do the whole lift and sip, but we're asking that folks and our members and audience members, please remember that, we get carried away. I want everyone to have a party. I want everybody to have a good time, but let's be safe. And, let's try and make sure that our performers are safe, and especially our volunteers. They work so hard. And so we'll have a break between each show. We're going to ask that our fans not show up for each show until about 30 minutes beforehand, so that we'll have a time to clean and sanitize everything. And because we're outside the art show, and because the Filk room is just in the other room there, we're going to have a lot of flow coming through. So we'll be doing asking people to keep those areas clear. If you've been to DragonCon before and you've been to our concourse stages, you kind of know the drill, except it's the opposite this year. Instead of asking everyone to come in and make room, we want everybody to kind of move back a little bit.
Yeah. I think that's a fair ask, obviously, considering between your two stages in both the Westin and the Hyatt.
Right.
With these two stages, are there going to be any special performances and other locations throughout the show?
Actually, we will. This year, we will have two performances in the Hyatt International North Ballroom, which is down. It's in the International Tower. Just keep going down until you can go down no further, and then take a right. It's the International North. Saturday night at 7 o'clock, we're having the absolutely wonderful Mahaley's Grave. If you've never seen these folks, they're a Southern Gypsy Soul band. They're anywhere between 17 and 20 in the band. They're big horns, fantastic band.
I love it.
That'll run at 7 o'clock on Saturday. Please come down and see them. And then Sunday at 10 o'clock, we will have the Marquis of Vaudeville for a 10 p.m. show, which will be almost like an MTV Unplugged show. It won't be their huge theatrical show that they have coming up. So in the tradition of the concourse stages, where we pull it down a little bit, make it a little quieter and a little more intimate, but it's going to be a phenomenal show. I've been talking with them. I'm really, really excited about this.
I didn't even know about that, obviously. I'm really excited to hear that. And so you said it's Saturday. What was that time again? 7
p.m. for Mahaley's Grave, and Sunday 10 p.m. for Marquis of Vaudeville.
Beautiful. I hope everyone keeps an eye out for those performances, and also just all the performances at the concourse stages in general. Clyde, thank you so much for this information, and thank you specifically for everything that your team does. You got a big year ahead of you. See you back here for the Q&A here in a few minutes.
Certainly, I'll be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Clyde. With Clyde exiting, we're going to bring in Mansa Holland, who is our Director of Special Events. Mansa, good to see you, friend.
Hey, welcome. Good to see you as well.
Yeah, so tell me, what exactly makes our events special? What are these special events? What makes them so special?
Well, what makes us special? What makes special events special is the people that we work with. First off, I think the team that I have is a great team. Everybody works hard. We put our events on, and we put a lot of planning and organizing into the event. A lot of them, we may have the idea, maybe left over from the previous year, but it's kind of like building it up into what is presented during the convention. So, and it's another thing that makes it special is we are not only enhancing, the experience for the Concourse, but also, for a lot of our guests as well. So it just making them feel comfortable, making sure everybody has a good time, making sure everything goes off without a hitch.
Awesome. Well, what are some of these events that we're talking about here? And maybe what would you consider to be some of the more popular ones within these events?
Well, some of the events we have, we work the opening ceremonies, help put that together. We have a party on Thursday night.
Ooh.
We've done that for the last obviously, unfortunately, not last year, but
right.
18 and 19. We do plan to have another one again this year. The Chosen costume party at the aquarium on Saturday nights. We have done that as well. We help out with charity events with their Friday night event. And we also help out. We put together the closing ceremonies as well and host that.
That's awesome. And you guys have your hands on a lot of, not just, a lot of events. There's not a really good way to describe it. Like you're everywhere, and people don't necessarily realize that this department has the hand in massively popular events. Like the aquarium event is one of our most popular events as well.
Yes, it is. That one and the Thursday night party over the last couple of years has proven to be a very popular one as well.
Nice. What is one, the last question for you, because we do have to kind of speed through this. I apologize, but I want to know an event that you, not as a participant, but as someone who would enjoy. What is one event that you personally are looking forward to attending?
Oh, within my department,
or overall, just throw me a fun event that you're excited to go to.
Puppet Slam for one.
Yeah, that's my people. Randall back here.
Another event, our Thursday night party. I enjoy seeing people come in. We have a very good DJ, the Black Amigo. He hosted on in 2018-19. I've heard people while attending it, they've raved about him, said they really enjoyed it. They've had a good time. I enjoy seeing the events go off and the participants having a good time at them. That's
the facilitator of fun as well. I love that. Thank you for providing that. Your team puts on an amazing event, everything they do. And I can't wait to
thank you very much.
See you on Thursday, it sounds like, but you see you in a few minutes for the Q&A as well.
Yes, I'll be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mansa. We'll see you in a moment. Great. So before we move on to the Q&A, we have one special announcement. We were running a contest on social media to name the new dragon this year. Like, people submitted names, you all voted through likes, I believe, and assorted interactions, and you were able to name the dragon. So I'm here to tell you what that name is.
Hello, it's looking like we're having some technical difficulties with Crispy's mic, but don't worry. As soon as he comes back, I'll be able to get him back on. But I am here to announce something very, very, very exciting. So we had the social media contest, and the name of our baby dragon is Nomi! And there's a second one. It's Jenny from the Lock. So thank you everyone who submitted names, and everyone, the people who won the contest will have 1 year of free streaming, and they have already been contacted, and we can't wait to see those cute little baby dragons. We are so excited. So I think we're ready for some quick Q&A. How about everyone else? There it is. Maybe. Okay. Well, I'll do the Q&A section for us. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. So our first question from Sarah at Facebook. That paint intake sounds awesome. Will there be open gaming on PCs for fighting games?
As far as I know, yes, they will. It's gonna check the app for the schedule of that. I know there will be fighting games on the consoles that will be available. The paint and take is going to happen starting Friday morning and run, I believe, until like 6 or 7 o'clock
Okay.
daily, and we won't be doing it on Monday, so because everybody will be tired.
Nah, we never get tired. Not at DragonCon. Not here. That's not an excuse. All right. Second question. Christopher at Facebook. Will the shows from the concourse be on DC TV? Maybe it's
Unfortunately, they will not be. The reasoning and the reason behind that is for licensing. When you go to broadcast, we have a lot of paperwork that has to be filled out and a lot of permissions that have to be given. Unfortunately, we are unable to broadcast concerts over DC TV. We did have some last year from our main stage performers. I believe Frenchie and the Punk and the Double Clicks, among others, did have some shows last year. That was a special situation. But we do encourage, if you want to come and get your own video of performances on the concourse, as long as it's not broadcast for commercial purposes, you're welcome to do so. Unfortunately, though, we're not able to broadcast over DCTV at this time.
Yeah, it's due to our licensing issues, and like you said, we had some fantastic concerts last year, and we're just not going to be able to have them back this year. So sorry for that, and thank you for tolerating my mic issues there, Caitlin. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Yeah. So all right, so we have to quickly just run through. So we have one more question from Cass here. How many devices can we use for each DCTV streaming membership? Honestly, I don't have an answer for that. Does anyone here have an answer for that? Nope. All right. Well, we'll get back to that answer. Hopefully, we'll answer your question in the chat proper of Facebook as well. Let's toss in one more question from Raiden007 on YouTube. Will there be a con suite? Yes. As far as I know, we will be having a con suite in the usual location in the Hyatt. Go check them out. They provide a wonderful service to the show. So, Ned at Facebook. Teddy, you really need your own backing band.
Yes.
You were just rocking it, friend. You were absolutely rocking it. So thank you so much, Teddy. So, and thank you, Michelle. Appreciate that compliment as well. Appreciate that, all that love. So much excitement for gaming. Mandy at YouTube, fantastic. Thank you. And then, so that's all we really have kind of time for. Again, Caitlin, thank you for hopping in there. Live shows happen. This is the beauty of technology. And then also, I want to kind of close up the loop from the contest. The people who named Nomi and Jenny from the Lock, they're each getting 1 year free of the streaming content as well. So I want to make sure that we're aware of that. So thank you to those. You'll be contacted if you're not already. So as we kind of wrap up, I want to kind of invite everyone to our show next week. Caitlin, you're going to come hang out with myself, Tony, Dot, and Renee. We're going to have a powerful 5-power just quintet. I don't know how, just the band's getting back together, and we're going to kind of bring everyone home and talking about all of these fantastic things that are on the schedule in the app today. Also, one more thing, don't forget, everyone, there is another town hall immediately following this one in about 10 to 15 minutes, 8:15. It's the one a lot of you are really excited to hear about, our health and safety practices. And Rachel's going to do that. So thank you all for watching tonight. I can't wait to see you all in a couple of weeks. Those of you who are going to be here, stay safe. So much love, be comfortable, and we're going to see you all in a few weeks. So thank you to Clyde, to Phil, to Mansa, to Caitlin again, to Teddy, to signing, and Mel backstage. Thank you all so much.